Hi everyone, welcome to Cobalt Crochet Tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful Gladstone square. This square is part of the Lion Brand Traveling Afghan series, and this specific pattern was written by the blog Coco Crochet Lee, and I'll provide a link to the pattern from the blog here below. So a lot of people have had trouble with making this square, and I did the first time around too, so after I figured it out, I thought I'd share a tutorial on how to make it step by step. Now, something I wanted to mention is that the way I figured out how to make this was slightly different than what her actual written pattern was. So this is the end result of how I made it. And it's basically, I followed the exact same pattern. It's the same design, same everything. It just, I couldn't understand it exactly how she wrote it, so I did it a slightly different way. But this is the end result, and you can look at the picture on her blog, and it's basically the same outcome. And we are going to get started by doing a slip knot. And if you don't know how to do any of the stitches that we come across, check out the videos on my channel, and I have tutorials for all of those. If I don't have a video for one of those, if it's more complicated stitch, I'll go over it in this video so we know exactly what to do. Okay, so make a slip knot. Again, if you don't know how to do that, check out my slip knot video. And we are going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we are going to make 7 double crochets in the 4th chain from our hook. So this is our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th chain. So in that 4th chain, I'm going to make 7 double crochets. If you aren't sure how to double crochet, I have a video for that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now we are going to join from here to the top of the first stitch we made. So the chains at the beginning counted as 1 double crochet. So we are going to join this circle by finding the top chain right here from the beginning chains we did, inserting our hook into that top chain, yarn over, and pull through both loops, and that's a slip stitch. Now we've joined to make a circle. So altogether we have 8 double crochets at the end of this round. The stack of chains we made counting as 1, and then we did 7 double crochets. That would give us 8 altogether. Okay, so that's round 1. Now we're on to round 2. We're going to start by chaining 3, and this chain 3 counts as a stitch. Now we are going to front post double crochet around the same stitch, and then 2 front post double crochets around. So all that means is in this stack of chains underneath the chain we made, so that's going to be right here. These are chains from the previous round. We're going to do a front post double crochet. I have a video on that as well if you aren't sure, but I'll go over it right here. Yarn over, insert your hook behind the stack of chains, yarn over, pull through behind, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we've done 1 front post double crochet in the same stitch. Now we are going to do 2 front post double crochets in each double crochet all the way to the end of the round. So we find our next double crochet, which is right here, and work 2 front post double crochets into that double crochet stitch. So again, I yarn over, insert behind, yarn over, pull through behind, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 for that stitch, and now we're going to go again behind that stitch and work another front post double crochet. Okay, so now we work 2 in this 1 double crochet, and we're going to work 2 in each double crochet around. So again, finding the next double crochet, work 2 in there, 2 front post double crochets in this double crochet, and find the next double crochet stitch. So yarn over, insert, it's my first front post double crochet, and then we're going to make our second. So just repeat that on each double crochet all the way around. Okay, so I'm at my last double crochet, and I want to show it just because it's the end of the round, which can get a little more confusing. So I'm going to again work a front post double crochet and work my second front post double crochet. Then I'm going to join to the chains we started with at the beginning of the round, and this chain counts as a stitch. So we're joining to the top of this chain right on top to close our round. Yarn over, pull through the chain, pull the first loop through the second loop. Alright, so now we've joined our round. So that's all for round 2. Moving on to round 3. We're going to start round 3 by chaining 3. Again, this counts as our first stitch. We're going to front post double crochet around the same stitch. That's what the pattern says. So that means around the chains below it from the previous round. See that stack of chains from the previous round? We're going to make a front post double crochet around that. So yarn over, make my front post double crochet. Okay, now we're going to do one front post double crochet in the next double crochet. So yarn over, find my next one, make a front post double crochet. Alright, so now in the next one we are going to do 2 front post double crochets. So we're simply alternating 2 front posts, 1 front post, 2 front posts, 1 front post. So we're going to just keep alternating that on every stitch around. So I just did 1, and now in the next double crochet I'm going to work 2 front post double crochets. Next one I'm only going to work 1, so we're alternating 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I just did only 1, so now I'm going to do 2 in the next one. Again, we're working front post double crochets. There's 2. Next stitch, only work 1. We're repeating this all the way around. 2 front post double crochets and 1 double crochet. In the next double crochet stitch, we're only working 1. Okay, I'm nearing the end of my round. In the next double crochet, I'm going to work 2 double crochets because I just did 1 front post double crochet in the stitch before. So now I'm at 2 in the next stitch. 1 and 2. In my last double crochet, I'm only going to work 1 double crochet. Okay, so now I'm going to join to the top chains right here. So going in that top chain, yarn over, pull through, and pull through again. Okay, so we've just finished our 3rd round. Let's keep going. We're on round 4. We're going to start by chaining 2. Okay, so this is where I start doing it slightly differently, the order of the round. So in her pattern, she has it written to, we're on round 4, she has it written to chain 2, This means back post half double crochet 3 and then make your 4 double crochet cluster. I'm going to start with the cluster and then do my back post half double crochet. So I'm going to, instead of repeating A, B all the way around, I'm basically doing B, A, B, A, B, A. So it'll still look basically the same. This is the round with the clusters in it. Okay, so let's get started. So I just chained 2 to start my round, and now I'm going to make a 4 double crochet cluster between the next 2 stitches. So I'll bring this a little closer. This stack of chains under the chains I just made, so these chains from the previous round, this counts as our first stitch from the previous round. So when it says to go between the next 2 stitches, it means we're going to go in this space right here. So again, we're going right after the stack of chains from the previous round and right before the first front post double crochet, excuse me. So I'm going to work a 4 double crochet cluster right in here where my finger is, so just in that space between. To make a 4 double crochet cluster, we're going to start by yarning over, insert your hook into that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Instead of finishing the double crochet, you're going to pause right there and do the same thing 3 more times. 4 more times. No, 3 more times. So to make a double crochet cluster, we're going to insert our hook into that space, but first we're going to yarn over, work into that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And instead of finishing the double crochet, we're going to pause right there and do this 3 more times. So yarn over, insert your hook in the space, pull up a loop, pull through 2. So now we have 2 half finished double crochets. Do it again, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So now I have 3 unfinished double crochets. Do it again for our last one. Now we have 4 unfinished double crochets, yarn over, and then we're going to pull through all of the loops. So that is your 4 double crochet cluster. Now that we've made our cluster, we are going to back post half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So that's a lot of words, but all it means is we are going to make a back post stitch, but instead of doing a double crochet, as you might commonly see, we're only going to do half double crochet. If you don't know how to do any of that, that's okay, I'll show you right here. So we just worked in the space. In the next stitch right here, so the very next stitch, we're going to yarn over and insert our hook from back to front. Then we're going to cross our hook over into the next space right here. Yarn over, and we're going to pull the yarn through both of these spaces. So going behind the top of that stitch and then pull up. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's a back post half double crochet. I'll show you that again because we're going to do it 2 more times. Yarn over, insert from back to front, cross over from front to back, yarn over, pull through both of those areas, and pull up, yarn over, pull through 3. Alright, one more back post half double crochet. Hopefully you're getting the hang of it. So yarn over, insert from back to front, insert from front to back, yarn over, pull over the stitch, and pull up, yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, so now we've made our 3 back post double crochets, and back post half double crochets, excuse me, and now we're going to make a cluster again. So we just back post half double crocheted around this stitch. So now we're going to go between the next 2 stitches. That's what the pattern says. So that means we're going to not go into the next stitch, but we're going to go in this space right after the half double crochet we just worked. So yarn over, insert your hook in that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. There's our first half finished double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Number 2, repeat, there's number 3, and there's number 4. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. There's our second cluster of the round. Again, we're going to do 3 back post half double crochets. So as you can see, we're simply repeating the pattern around of doing a cluster, 3 back post half double crochets, a cluster, 3 back post half double crochets, cluster, 3 back post half double crochets all the way around. I'll show you the sequence one more time. So I'll finish out this set by doing our 3 back post half double crochets. So in the very next stitch, right after the space you worked into, yarn over, insert from back, and then go through to the back again. Yarn over, pull over that stitch, and pull up. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Do 2 more back post half double crochets, so in the next stitch, and my last one in the next stitch. Oops. Okay, so now we're at our cluster again, and we're going to work into the space right here. So yarn over, insert your hook in that next space between the stitches, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, pull through 2. Do that 2 more times. Yarn over, pull through all loops on your hook. So again, we're going to do 3 back post half double crochets next, cluster, 3 more, cluster, 3 more back post half double crochets all the way till you get to the end. So I shall see you at the end of this round. Okay, so I'm near the end of my round, and I just did a cluster, then 3 back post half double crochets. In the next space, I'm going to work my 4 double crochet cluster. So right after the back post half double crochet I just did, I'm going to work in that next space in between. So I'll make my cluster of 4 double crochets joined together. Then I'm going to do a back post half double crochet in the next stitch, and in the next one more, and now I am at the chains I started with. So I simply am going to treat this stack of chains as the 3rd back post half double crochet, even though it's technically not. It's technically just a pile of chains. But since I've only done a cluster and then 2 back post half double crochets, this chain at the beginning of the round, we're going to count as our last back post half double crochet of that sequence. So we're going to join the end of the round by finding the top chain, inserting our hook, yarn over, pull through the chain, and pull through the loop on your hook. Okay, now I am done with my 4th round. So let's go to round 5. We're going to start by chaining 2, and then around this cluster we're going to do 2 front post double crochets. Again, this is where in the pattern, we're on round 5, this is where in the pattern she would be starting with her back post half double crochets, the person who wrote this, and then they're going to jump to their cluster. But we did our cluster at the beginning of the last round, so now we deal with our cluster first and then deal with our back post half double crochets. So around our cluster we're going to work 2 front post double crochets. 1, and 2. Then we are going to do 3 back post half double crochets just around those same 3 back post half double crochets from the last round. So pretty straightforward. Go from back to front, front to back, pull over the stitch, pull through 3 loops. We're going to do that for 1 for each of these back post half double crochets. So now we've just done 3 back post half double crochets. We're at our cluster again, so yarn over, work a front post double crochet around that whole cluster, and then do a second one around the same cluster. So second front post double crochet. Now we're at our 3 back post half double crochets again. So work a back post half double crochet around that next one from the last row. 1 in each back post half double crochet. Last one. we're at our cluster, so 2 front post double crochets around the same cluster. And just follow the rest of the round like that. When you get to a cluster, do 2 front post double crochets around it. When you're at your 3 back post half double crochets, you're going to work one back post half double crochet in each of them. So I will see you at the end of this round. Alright, so I'm close to the end of my round, and my yarn's changed colors too, so that's pretty cool. I just worked 2 front post double crochets around this last cluster of the round. Now I have this back post half double crochet from the previous round, so I'm going to work a back post half double crochet into that. And then, this one's a little hard to see, but in this last back post half double crochet from the previous round, I'm going to work 1 back post half double crochet into that as well. Now I'm at the chains from the beginning, so again I'm just going to count that as the 3rd back post half double crochet that I would have worked had there been another one. So that's still counting that one as a stitch, the stack of chains, that would give us 3 stitches in between each cluster, so that works perfectly. Okay, that is the end of round 5. Shall we move on to round 6? Okay, so start with 2 chains. We're going to back post half double, well actually, excuse me, in the pattern in round 6 they would start with their back post half double crochets. Since I start the round with my clusters, I'm going to deal with the cluster first and then do my back post half double crochets. So, excuse that error. We are going to start with a front post double crochet around this first front post double crochet. So the first one we worked around the cluster, yarn over, and work a front post double crochet into that. Now, between these front post double crochets on top of the cluster, we are going to do a half double crochet. If you aren't sure how to do a half double crochet, I have a video on my channel. Okay, now we are going to do a front post double crochet around this next front post double crochet from the previous round. Awesome, okay. Now we are going to do our back post half double crochets around these 3 right here. So yarn over, and then complete that back post half double crochet, 1 into the next one, and 1 into the next. Alright, now I'm at my front post double crochets again, so work 1 front post double crochet in the first one. In the space between the front post double crochets, work 1 half double crochet. Work a front post double crochet around the second front post double crochet, and you're back to your back post half double crochets. Again, you're going to repeat this sequence all the way around to the end of the round. So after your back post half double crochets, you do 1 front post double crochet, half double in the space between, front post double crochet. If you need to pause and rewind, see what I did with this round, feel free to do so, but we're just repeating that pattern of your back post double crochets, 1 front post, half double crochet in the next space, 1 front post, and then back to your 3 back post double crochets. So I'll see you at the end of this round. If you want to go over the pattern for this round again, just back it up to the beginning of the round and you will get it just fine. See you at the end of this round. Alrighty, so I'm near the end of this round. I just dealt with my front post double crochets with the half double crochet in between. Now, looking at these last 2 back post half double crochets, I'm going to do 1 back post half double crochet in each of them. And then that second one, which is kind of trickier, work 1 into there. Okay, again, this chain 2 at the beginning, I'm going to count that as that 3rd back post half double crochet in between the front post double crochet sets. So just find the top chain, yarn over, pull through the chain, pull through the loop on your hook. Alright, and we are done with round 6. Let's Let's move on to round 7. Start by chaining 2. We are going to do 1 front post double crochet in that first front post double crochet. Now in this half double crochet we're going to work 2 front post double crochets. So around that half double crochet in the middle, work 2, started my stitch wrong. Around that half double crochet, work 2 front post double crochets. And again into that half double crochet. So 2 front post double crochets around that half double crochet. Then we are going to do 1 front post double crochet in the next front post double crochet. And then we are at our back post half double crochets again, and you guessed it, we are going to do 1 back post half double crochet in each of these. We're at our front post double crochets again, so work 1 front post double crochet in the first. In the half double crochet in between, work 2 front post double crochets. There's my first. There's my second, and 1 front post double crochet in that next one. 3 back post half double crochets, 1 for each one. And again, you're going to repeat this rose pattern all the way around to the end of the round. So now I'm at my front post double crochets. I'm going to do 1 front post double crochet, 2 around the half post double crochet, 2 around the half double crochet, 1 more, so 2 altogether around the half double crochet, and then in this next front post double crochet I'm going to work 1 front post double crochet. So repeat that all the way around. So again, we're doing around the front post double crochets and half double crochet in the middle, we're doing 1 front post, 2 front posts in the half double crochet, and then 1 front post, and then our 3 back post half double crochets, 1 in each of the ones from the previous round. So if you need to rewind the beginning of this round to see the pattern for this round again, feel free to do so. And I'll see you at the end of this round. Alright, so I'm near the end of my round, and I just dealt with my front post double crochets. Now I am going to deal with these last 2 back post half double crochets in the round. And again, there's my starting chain, so we know we're right there at the end of the round. So 1 back post half double crochet in each of these next back post half double crochets. Get in that last one. Okay, and then we are going to join to the chains at the beginning of the round. So insert, yarn over, pull through the chain, and then pull the first through the second loop. Okay, we have done 7 rounds now, so we're going to move on to round 8. Start by chaining 2. And we are going to do 2 front post double crochets, and we're going to do 1 in each of these next 2. So I yarned over 1 front post double crochet in the first front post double crochet, and 1 in the next. So 1 in each of these first 2. Now we are going to do 1 half double crochet in this next space. So after the space in the front post double crochet I just worked, I'm going to do 1 half double crochet in the space between. Then I'm going to do 1 front post double crochet in each of these next 2 front post double crochets. One in each of those. Okay, now I'm at my back post half double crochets again, so I'm going to work 1 back post half double crochet in each of these. There's 1, the next one work 1, next one work 1. Okay, at my front post double crochets again. 1 in the first front post double crochet, work 1 front post double crochet. In the second front post double crochet, work a front post double crochet. in the space between the one we just worked and the next one, work a half double crochet. Next front post double crochet, work 1 front post double crochet, and in this last one, 1 front post double crochet. Your 3 back post double crochets. We're going to repeat the pattern. We're going to repeat the pattern for this round all the way to the end of the round. So after your 3 back post half double crochets, 1 in each. Again, I'll show you. 1 front post double crochet, 1 front post double crochet, half double in that very next space, front post double crochet in the very next front post double crochet, and 1 front post double crochet in the last one. So that's the pattern for this round. Repeat it all the way around and I'll see you at the end. Okay, so I just dealt with the last section of front post double crochets. In these last 2 back post half double crochets, work 1 back post half double crochet in each. Then we'll close our round. So 1 in each. Find that top chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, pull through. Okay, woohoo! We are done with round 8. Let's go to round 9. We're going to start by chaining 2. And we're going to do 2 front post double crochets. So 1 in each, so 1 front post double crochet, move on to the next stitch, 1 front post double crochet, 2 front post double crochets around this half double crochet. So 2 around this same one. So there's 1, and then again into that half double crochet, work our second front post double crochet. In this next front post double crochet, we'll work 1 front post double crochet, and in the next one, we're only going to work 1 front post double crochet. Again, 3 back post half double crochets, 1 for each back post half double crochet. So 1 in each, working back post half double crochets. Now we are at our front post double crochet section again, so 1 front post double crochet in the first one, 1 in the next, 2 around the half double crochet in the middle. There's 1, go again into the half double crochet, there's our second. 1 front post double crochet in the next front post double crochet, and in the next one, 1 front post double crochet. Oops, came out. Okay, now we're at our back post half double crochets again. So work 1 in each of there. 1 back post half double crochet in each back post half double crochet. So that's the pattern for this round. Repeat it all the way around. Again, rewind if you need to see what I did for each section. And I shall see you again at the end of round 9. Okay, so I'm near the end of round 9. And I just have these 2 back post half double crochets to work into. 1 back post half double crochet in each of them. And my last one, oops, it came out, sorry. Okay, then in this chains, stack of chains at the beginning, I'm going to go into the top chain, yarn over, pull through the chain, pull the first loop through the second. Okay, done with round 9. Cool. Now we are going to go to round 10. So we're going to start by chaining 2. And then we are going to work 1 front post double crochet in each of these. So no increases in this front post double crochet section. Just 1 front post double crochet in each stitch right here. Okay, now in this space right after the last front post double crochet I made, in the first back post half double crochet, so right in this space, I am going to work 1 half double crochet. Then work my 3 individual back post half double crochets as normal. So working in that first one right after, in the stitch right after the space I did my half double crochet into. So now I'm on my second one and my third. Back at the front post double crochets, so 1 front post double crochet in each stitch over here. Okay, so again, after I finish the front post double crochet section, I go into the space right after the stitch I just made and work 1 half double crochet. Then continue with my 3 back post half double crochets as normal. I'm going to keep repeating this sequence all the way to the end of round 10. So make my front post double crochets again, 1 in each stitch. So a pretty simple round. Two more. In this next space, 1 half double crochet, and in the stitch directly after the space, work our first back post half double crochet. 2 more. 1 in each stitch, working back post half double crochets. Okay, so now I'm at my front post section again, and like I said, we're going to repeat that all the way around. So if you have any problems remembering what that sequence was for round 10, just rewind this video and go through that again. Alright, so I'll see you at the end of round 10. Okay, so I'm near the end of round 10. So after this last raised stitch here, I'm going to yarn over, and in the space right after this last raised stitch, I'm going to work a half double crochet. Then in these last 2 back post half double crochets, work 1 back post half double crochet in each stitch. Now find that chain, the top chain from the beginning of the round, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through the chain, pull the first loop through the second loop. Okay, so now we are on round 11. Okay, we've come a long way. Let's move on to round 11. Chain 2 to start, and we are going to do 1 front post double crochet in each of these next 2 front post double crochets. So 1 in here, front post double crochet, and 1 in the next. Now we are going to do front post double crochet 2 together, and what we're going to do for that is basically a decreasing stitch. So these next 2 front post double crochets right here, I'll show you through this slowly. Yarn over, insert your hook behind the next front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through the back of that stitch like normal, yarn over, pull through 2, and stop right there. Move on to the next stitch, yarn over, insert your hook behind the next front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through the back of that stitch, yarn over, pull through 2. So now we have 2 halfway worked front post double crochets. We're going to close this stitch off by yarning over and pulling through all 3 loops on the hook. So that decreases these 2 stitches into 1 front post double crochet. Okay, next we are going to do 2 front post double crochets, 1 in each stitch. So 1 front post double crochet in the next stitch, 1 front post double crochet in the next. Okay, and that's how you are going to deal with the front post double crochet section in this round. Now we are going to do 1 half double crochet like last round in the space between the last front post double crochet and the first stitch right here. So working into that space, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Now we have 4 stitches here instead of 3, right? So we're going to treat this half double crochet from the last round just like the other rounds, and we're going to do a back post half double crochet around that half double crochet, and then 1 back post half double crochet in each of these 3 like normal. Last one. Okay, and now we are going to do another half double crochet worked in between the space right here before this first front post double crochet and after the last back post half double crochet. So again, right into here. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, now we are going to work this raised section again. So 1 front post double crochet, 1 front post double crochet, front post double crochet 2 together. So remember, start your first one, pull through 2, go to the second one, pull through 2, pull through all the loops on your hook. Work 1 front post double crochet, 1 front post double crochet. Okay, again, work 1 half double crochet in between this last front post double crochet and the next stitch. So in that space right between there, 1 half double crochet. Then in this first stitch, do a back post half double crochet. So the stitch right after the space we worked into. There's my back post half double crochet, and 1 back post half double crochet in each of these stitches. Okay, and then in this space between the first raised stitch and the last back post half double crochet, work 1 half double crochet. So in that space between those. Now go right to this raised stitch and work 1 front post double crochet. So as you can see, we're just repeating this pattern all the way around. 1 front post double crochet, front post double crochet 2 together. So there's half of one, move to the next one. There's half of the other, join them together. 1 front post double crochet and 1 front post double crochet. So I'll jump to the end of the round in just a second. If you didn't get any of that for the sequence, just watch over it again until you know what to do. Alright, I'll see you at the end of this round. Okay, so at the end of round 11, I just finished the last raised stitch. In the very next space, I'm going to work 1 half double crochet. Now I'm going to work 1 back post half double crochet in each of these. So I've done 3, and now you see we're going to hit the chain right here. And technically, if we follow the patterns of the other sections in this round, there's 4 back post double crochets with 2 half double crochets at either end. So we're going to try to do the same thing here at the end of the round. So I have 1 half double crochet and then 3 back post double crochets, back post half double crochet plus this chain. So I still need 1 more half double crochet. So what I'm just going to do is just insert anywhere just by this chain. I'm just going to insert another half double crochet. So just anywhere by there, because we need a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches in between each raised section in this round. Okay, now find the top of that chain and join. So yarn over, pull through the chain, pull the first loop through the second. Okay, so that's the end of round 11. We're going to move on to round 12. Start round 12 by chaining 2. We are going to do another front post double crochet 2 together. So in these first 2 front post double crochets, we're going to decrease them. So start by yarning over, insert in the first front post double crochet, yarn over, pull through the back, yarn over, pull through 2, then stop, move on to the next one, yarn over, insert, pull through back, yarn over, pull through 2. So those 2 half worked front post double crochets yarn over, pull through all the loops. So that's our front post double crochet 2 together. Now we're going to work 1 front post double crochet, and this is important not to mess up. It looks like there's 2 right here, but it's really only 1 stitch, and that's because that was the decrease we did from last round, the front post double crochet 2 together. So it's going to look like you're going to go behind both stitches, but really it's only 1 stitch. So work 1 front post double crochet behind that stitch. Should look like that. Then you are going to do another front post double crochet 2 together, like we did at the beginning of these raised stitches. So working in these 2 stitches, go in the first, start your first front post double crochet, continue in the second, yarn over, pull through all the loops. Okay, now we are going to do a half post double crochet in the space right after that last raised stitch. Okay, then we are going to do 3 back post half double crochets. So in this first half double crochet, we're going to work our first back post half double crochet. There's 1. Find the next one, 2, and 3. And now we're going to stop right here. And normally it seems like we'd continue to the end and then continue our raised stitches, but actually we're going to make a corner right here because the end result is a square, not a circle. So we're going to make our corner by just chaining 2, and then we're going to continue on with our back post half double crochets, 1 in each stitch from the previous round. So as you can see, we made a little loop here, which will serve as the corner in the future rounds. So now my next one, 1 back post half double crochet, and the next one. Now before we move on to our front post double crochets, in this space right after the last stitch we just worked, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. Okay, and now we will move on to these raised stitches again. So same thing we did for the last ones. We're going to start with the front post double crochet 2 together. So start the first one, do the second halfway, join both. If you don't remember how to do this front post double crochet 2 together, go to the previous round, and because as you remember they were in that round as well, and I explained it in more detail when we learned it there. Okay, now around these what look like 2 front post double crochets but are really only 1, we'll work 1 front post double crochet. Then our decrease again, so front post double crochet 2 together, half double crochet in the space directly after. And this time when we go across, we aren't going to make a corner because we only need to make a corner every 2 sections. So we're going to go straight across this time like normal. Okay, so then back post double crochet in each of these stitches, 1 for each stitch. Okay, and before you move on to the raised stitches, make a half double crochet in this space right here. Right after the last back post half double crochet and right before the raised stitches. Okay, so then our last back post half double crochet, and then in this space right here, make a half double crochet. So right after this last back post half double crochet, before the first raised stitch, make a half double crochet right in there. Then back to your raised stitches, so do our first front post double crochet together. Okay, and then around what looks like 2 front post double crochets, but it's really only 1, again, 1 front post double crochet. Now we're going to do another decrease, so front post double crochet 2 together. And now since we alternated which sections are making the corner on, we've come to a section where we're going to do a corner again. So in this space, half double crochet, back post half double crochet in the next stitch, very next stitch, and then we're going to do 2 more. And there's our last one for the corner. Now chain 2 for your corner. Go to the very next stitch and make a back post half double crochet. Same with the next one, back post half double crochet. Same with the next. Then before you move on, right in this space right here, right after the last back post half double crochet, make a regular half double crochet. Okay, so the pattern for this is, remember what we did over the raised stitches. We do front post double crochet 2 together, then we do our 1 front post double crochet over these what looks like 2 stitches, but it's really only 1 because there was a decrease from the previous row. So 1 front post double crochet in these 2, and then a front post double crochet in these 2, and then alternating in the back post half double crochet sections, we would do a corner, then not a corner, then a corner, then not a corner. So remember, we just did a corner in this one. That's this chain 2. So in your non-corner sections, you are going to make a half double crochet in the space before, space right after the raised stitch, work your back post double crochets, and then another half double crochet before you move on to the raised stitches. Work your raised stitches like I already explained. Then, since we're alternating which one's a corner, you would be at your corner ones again. You would work a half double crochet in this space right here before you work your back post half double crochets. Work 3 back post half double crochets, stop, 2 chains for the corner, continue with your back post half double crochets, 1 half double crochet in this space before the first raised stitch. Okay, so if you have a hard time remembering all that, which is very understandable, just pause, rewind this round, and you'll get it with no problem. Okay, I'll see you at the end of this round. Alright, so end of round 12. Just finished my last raised section. Let me zoom this in. And I'm going to work a half double crochet in the space directly after. Then back post half double crochet in each of these next stitches, 1 in each. Now we're going to come to this rather strange half double crochet we jammed by the base of the chain the row before. Do your best to make a back post double crochet around that, wherever you put that, by the chain. And now we are at our chain. So we want to make sure in this last section we have the same amount of half double crochets as the other non-corner sections. So let's just count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there should be 8 in this section. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then counting the chain, 7. So we need to do similar to what we did last row, jam another half double crochet in there. So just anywhere in there. I'm going into this space right here. So right under our stack of chains, there's a space right there from chains from the previous row. I'm going in there, just working a half double crochet. Now I'm going to slip stitch to these starting chains to join. So insert hook in the chain, yarn over, pull through the chain, pull the first loop through the second loop. That's a slip stitch to close. Okay, so now we are done with round 12. We're going to start round 13. Chain 2, and we're going to do a front post double crochet 3 together. So remember, these 2 on the ends, these 2 sets of 2, those are front post double crochet 2 together from the previous row, so they're really only 1 stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. So to do our front post double crochet 3 together, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook behind both of these stitches that are really only 1 stitch, and then start our front post double crochet, but don't close it off. Then we go to our next front post double crochet and work half of a front post double crochet, so don't close it off. Go to this next set, work behind both, pull through 2, and now we're going to pull through all the stitches on our hook. So we've closed off this leaf right here. Okay, now we are going to do a half double crochet in the space right after. Then we're going to do 4 back post half double crochets. So in the half double crochet right after that space we worked into, do a back post half double crochet. There's 1, now we're going to do 3 more. 2 more. Okay, last one. Okay, so now we're at our corner right here. We're going to work into the corner 2 double crochets, then chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets, all in the same space. So start with 2 double crochets. There's 1, there's 2, chain 2. Again, if you don't know how to do a double crochet, a regular one, I have a video for that, so check that out on my channel. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets again, all in the same corner space. Okay, and now that we've finished this corner, we're going to work back post half double crochet in the very next stitch. Then 3 more times, 1 in each stitch. Then our half double crochet right here, work a back post half double crochet into that. Then in this space right here, right after the last stitch we worked and before the raised stitches, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. Now we're back at our raised section again, so we're going to do front post double crochet 3 together. Again, these first 2 count as 1 stitch, this is the second, and these last 2 count as 1 as well. So 1, 2, 3. So start, yarn over, insert behind, and then finish halfway. Go to the next one, do half of your front post double crochet, go to the next one, behind both of those, even though they're really 1 stitch. Okay, now once you've done all these halfway, you're going to pull through all the stitches on your hook. Okay, now we are at a non-corner section, so we're going to work a half double crochet in the space directly after the last raised stitch. Then we're going to back post double crochet across. Alright, this last half double crochet, doing a back post half double crochet around it. Then in this space before we moved on to the raised section, we're going to do 1 half double crochet, just in that space in between. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing for the raised stitches all the way around, and when you get to these sections in between, if it's a non-corner, do as I just showed you. If it has a corner, do as I showed you the section before with the corner in there. Alright, so rewind, pause as much as you need to, and I will catch you at the end of this round. Okay, so near the end of my round, and I worked a half double crochet in the space right after this raised stitch right here, but right before the first half double crochet. So work a half double crochet in there, and then you're going to do a back post half double crochet in the next stitch, the very next stitch right after that space you worked into. And keep going with 1 back post half double crochet in each of these. Okay, and here I hope you can see that half double crochet from the last row that we jammed near the base of the chain. So do your best to do a back post half double crochet in there. Okay, and then now we have worked 9 half double slash half back post half double crochets in this area, and in the rest of the non-corner sections we worked 10. So similar to the past rows, we need to work another half double crochet somewhere at the end of this row. So we already have 9 again, counting that chain, so we need to work one more. I'm just going in right under here. You can go anywhere by the base of that chain. Okay, so now let's count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've worked 9, and then plus my chain would make that 10. So now in that top chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, pull the first loop through the second. That's a slip stitch to close the round. So now we are all done with round 13, and we can move on to round 14. So at this point you have the corners right here, and your flower is basically done in the center. All the leaves are closed off, and we have these corners right here. Okay, so zoom back in, and we will start round 14. Okay, so to start round 14, we're going to chain 1, and now we are going to do a front post single crochet around the top of this 3 front post double crochets together from the last round. So all that's going to look like, don't worry if you don't know what this will involve, but I'll show you right now. You're going to insert your hook behind all 3 of these stitches we joined together last round, so just behind all of those. Yarn over, pull through the back of all that, yarn over, pull through 2. That's your front post single crochet. After that front post single crochet, we're going to work 7 regular half double crochets. So find that first half double crochet and just work into the top of it like normal. We aren't working any extra half double crochets into the space after our raised section. We're just going to work 1 half double crochet regularly into the first half double crochet. Then we're going to do 6 more half double crochets, 1 in each stitch. So there's 1, 2, 3, again just working half double crochets, 1 in each back post half double crochet from the previous round until you've done 7 altogether. Now we're working in these double crochets in the corner, so 1 in each of there. Okay, so now we've worked 7 half double crochets total. Now we are at the corner again, so we're going to do 2 double crochets in here, chain 2, and place 2 more double crochets in the same corner space. We're going to do 7 more regular half double crochets. So in this first double crochet right here, work our normal half double crochet in the top of that. And if you don't know how to do a half double crochet again, because it got confused with all these other fancy stitches we've done, just check out the video on my channel for a clear instruction on that, on how to do the half double crochet. Okay, so we got 6 more to do, so go into that next double crochet. We've got 5 more. Now we're at these back post half double crochets from the previous row. Just work on the top of it normally. A regular half double crochet, 1 in each stitch. Okay, I've done 6, so I have 1 more. Worked in that half double crochet from the previous round. Now I'm at my raised section again, the top of the leaf. So I'm going to do another front post single crochet. It looks like there's 3 front post double crochets here, but they've been joined into 1, remember, because of our 3 front post double crochets together from the previous round. So no yarn over, just insert your hook behind all of that. Yarn over, pull through the back, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, now we're going to work 10 single crochets. So in this first half double crochet after that front post single crochet we worked, don't work in this space like we did in the previous rounds, just work a single crochet in the top of that half double crochet, just normally. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. If you don't remember how to make a single crochet, check out the video on my channel for how to do that. We've got 9 more, so just single crochet across this row. Okay, now I'm at this raised section again. So again, you're going to work your front post single crochet, and then I've already shown you how to go over this corner section. And so do that like I've shown you. Then you're going to be at your raised section, which I've explained, so go over that again. And then your normal section, which we just completed. So rewind if you need to. Just rewind as much as you need to get this round right. I've gone over all the different sections in this round, so you should be good, and I'll see you at the end of round 14. Alright, so near the end of round 14, so I just worked my last front post single crochet, and I've got this stretch to do and then join to the starting chain, and we're done with this round. So work a single crochet in the top of this half double crochet right after this front post single crochet, so just one regular single crochet. And then I'm going to work 8 more across, so 1 in each stitch. 1, 2, 3, working single crochets. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I have worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 single crochets all together. So remember the chain at the beginning of this round right here. This will account for our 10th stitch, and 10 stitches is exactly what we want in here because in the other single crochet stretches there are 10 single crochets. So we are all set to find that top chain and insert our hook. Let me pull that up a little bit. Insert your hook in there, excuse me, yarn over, pull through, first loop through the second loop. Okay, and good news because we only have 1 round left. I'll zoom out. Here's what your square should be looking like. We have our nice circle flower in the middle and then a border on the outside. Alright, so 1 more round of this border. And to start, we are going to chain 2. Now we're going to be working in double crochets. So we are going to double crochet till we get to this corner right here. So start in that front post single crochet. Start in that front post single crochet from the previous round. Just work 1 double crochet. And then across until the corner. 1 double crochet in each stitch. Oops. 1 in each stitch. Working double crochets. Okay, now I'm at this chain space right here. Yarn over, work 2 double crochets. There's 1, both in that chain space, chain 2, work 2 more double crochets in the same space. 1 and my second. So the next double crochet, just wanted to show you this because it might get a little confusing. This stitch right here is the next double crochet we're going to work a double crochet into. So you simply go in this space right here. Work your double crochet, and now you're all set to work your double crochets all the way, 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way till the other corner. And I'll catch you at that corner. So remember, 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So I'll see you at the end when we get to that corner. Okay, so leading up to the chain space, we will work again 1 double crochet in each stitch. Now we're at the chain space. We're going to work it exactly how we worked the other corner. 2 double crochets in the same space right there, chain 2, 2 more double crochets in the same space. Then continue working 1 double crochet in each stitch, not forgetting this double crochet right after here, right after the chain space. Work right in there, 1 double crochet. And now you are set to work 1 double crochet all across this row, work the corner as I showed you in the previous corners, and all the way till the end you're just going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch. When you get to the corners, work them how I showed you. Alright, so I'll see you at the end of this last round. Alright, so this is what it's looking like. I just have a couple more stitches to finish the end of this round, and then we are all done. So I'm working the rest of my double crochets and now I just worked in the stitch right before the chain 2, so going in that top chain. Let me bring that closer. Just inserting my hook in that top chain of the 2 chains, yarn over, pull through that chain, pull the first loop through the second loop, which is a slip stitch, and that closes our round. Again, make sure when you close your round you don't go into the top of this first double crochet of the round, because that's the top of the first double crochet. Go in the chain, which is right here. Okay, now an option for you, you can repeat basically the round we just did. You can chain 2 and work a double crochet in each stitch around again, working the corners as we already went through, and this will just add another row and make it bigger. That's what I did in this original green one, so I made it a lot bigger. Well, not a lot bigger, but I did make it bigger by going around. Also, this yarn is thinner, so this is why it's a lot smaller than my original green one. Again, it's optional if you want to go around again and simply repeat the last row we did, working 1 double crochet in each stitch and working the corners as I showed you. Otherwise, that's it. Just tie off your yarn and you are all done. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope this helped you make the Gladstone square, and I hope you make a great blanket from this. So please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more videos. Thank you so much and have a great day.